Hey everybody, Pickyo Gamer here, and I said I was going to make more videos, and I didn't make any more this weekend. I got just a little catching up on some actually gaming with my buddy. We've been playing Far Cry 5. It's really fun. And I know Thursday, Spawnwave got leaks from an anonymous source in SNK, the SNK Mini. And people have already made their reactions. It's cool. It's interesting. It's pretty neat. But as you know, I am picky. I'm a little nitpicky about things. I like to give my spin on it and say if I think it's good or can this be a little bit better. And I'm going to say that it is a fantastic looking product. If it comes out like this, it's going to do well. And I hope SNK does really well. But I think this could be a little better. And let's go over here to, just like Tipster Gaming. He looked at the images on good old IGN. The controllers look like the Neo Geo CD, which will plug into the side. And the main attraction, I'm not going to get to this, is this. I would say a 3.5-inch screen. You got 4 buttons on the face. You got start and select. A nice little analog stick. There's ports here, which I'll get to in a second. You got this little marquee up here. You're supposed to have stickers you can put on it. And like I said, 3.5-inch screen, so about yay big. So I think this thing stands maybe a foot or so, give or take, and wide it's probably not a foot, but 8 to 9 inches. I'm just spitballing. And looking at it, I don't see dimensions, but we do have a power button, HDMI out, a DC in that looks to be USB Type C, which I'm going to get to that in a second, and an AV auxiliary out. On the side, it looks like another USB-C, though it looks not quite like this. I don't think they're C. A lot of people are saying they're C, but there's ports. You see one here, and thus you see one here, so there's got to be for 1 and 2 player. And that's really all we got. This, and then a little bit of a kind of a... These look like a mock-up. These do look like a render. To some people, I can't really tell. This looks pretty good, but I don't know if it's a render or not. What is my 2 cents about this? Well, let's look at, have you heard about the Neo Geo X review, or the Neo Geo X, or the review done about in like 2013 by, Eurogamer. Everybody reviewed this. This came out, this was a hybrid system. Before the good old Switch. This thing, let me get back here. This is what it looked like. Limited edition. You can still get them. They're about $140, $150 now. Basically, you had a handheld that had games, and this thing, the docking station, the AES flipped up, it docked. Sounds like the Switch. And you had a big arcade stick. Looking down here, some of them come on cards. You actually did buy more games. And taking a look, like this is what the AES looked like, and you docked it a la right here. It was okay. The battery life was poor, 3 to 4 hours. The screen was, was it 3x5? This over here is, well, 3x5, because at that time there wasn't any widescreen TVs. And looking at the games, the emulation is not quite there. The sound is not right. There's screen tearing. And, this was around 2013. This was reviewed. This thing came out a couple months within the Raspberry Pi 3 being released. And it's taking time, and now the Raspberry Pi 3 is perfect for emulation. So, my 2 cents about this is, it looks fantastic. I know it does. But having this little console, I'm going to say it's about, this high, about this wide, give or take. You have a little console, and you're sitting there playing. There's a few things that stand out. Why is there a USB-C power input? That makes 0 sense. That's got to be, that's why I think this is a render, because there's no sense in that. The USB-C is on the Switch, but that is a more, that's a modern system. The C on the bottom of it is charged in a monitor out, and yes, you have USB-C on the rest of it, but this is Nintendo. This is a brand new console that's doing fantastic, and they adopted USB-C on something they're going to keep SK's will keep, you know, budget. Maybe this thing should be like $100. That's what I'm thinking. $100, $120. Why is USB-C on it? That makes no sense. The headphone jack in the back is kind of dumb, but then again, it's not in the world. The only thing I have to say about the system is if you want to sit here and plug it into your TV, you got this little console sitting over there next to your TV. Okay, fine. It's not going to be utilized like you want it to be, and you plug controllers into the side. We don't know if there's wireless. If there's wireless, it's a moot point. But right now, you would set a little arcade cabinet next to your TV or entertainment center, run the cable, run your, you know, USB-C or what those things look like, those other controllers, and then you would have 2-player. Now, I want to also, let me see here, find the games. I wanted to show you the games. I forgot to show you this. Here are the games. King of Fighters 95, 97, 98, 2000, 2002. There's 5 of them. Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury Special, and Real Bout. Garou, Mark of the Wolves, Samurai Showdown 2, 4, and 5 Special. Last Blade 2, World Heroes Perfect. Kenzua Encounter, probably saying he's wrong. Metal Slug 1, 2, and 3. King of the Monsters 2, Shock Troopers Second Squad, Sengoku 3, Ninja Masters, Top Players Golf, Super Sidekick, Blazing Star, Puzzle, Metal Gear X 4 and 5. So you got 6 of them. Magician Lore, King of the Monsters. So you have 2 of them. Blues Journey, Shock Trooper, Robo Army, Cross Sword, Mutation Nation, 3 Count Bout, Last Resort, Ghost Pots, and Football Frenzy. It's actually a fairly good selection. The thing that I call into question, and I know, let me explain this all the way through, is you have fighting games in here. Art of Fighting gets 1 entry. I don't think it was as popular, but it's pretty classic. And Samurai Showdown 2, did I miss another one? Samurai Showdown. Interesting that you go back over here, you have a marquee for the original one. I think, like I said, I think this is a render. It's a placeholder. King of Fighters, I don't know why I keep saying King of the Fighters, I've always done that, is a great series. I know how important it is. A fighting game doesn't need 5 entries. So out of your 40, you have 5 the same fighting game series, which Fatal Fury has 2. Samurai Showdown has 3. You know, why didn't they possibly put the first one in? I don't know. Metal Slug gets 6 of them. And I know somebody's going to say, well, that's Metal Slug. It's a side-scroller. It's a platformer. Completely different. And you get 2, you know, what is it? King of the Monsters. It's a good list. I just wish that it may, yeah, I think it should have, I know a lot of people love, there's Blazing Star. They got a lot of shooters in there. Where's NAM 75? Where's all these other games? There's some really good classics out there that they have missed. But it's a good list. I'm not saying it's a horrible list. It does the 5 King of the Fighters kind of, I don't know if it's needed or not, but I do know that series is fantastic, beloved by my fighting game people all over. Yeah, I guess that's the 5 best ones. It's a good system. But I wished they would have went back to the Neo Geo Gold X and made a handheld that's a clamshell, put a 3.5-inch screen on it, have 4 big buttons, a nice, little stick, just like on those, the Neo Geo CD, little analog, or the Neo Geo Pocket has to click the analog, and then you fold it, and the top of it looks like an AES, a mini AES. You set down, you plug everything in, you have USB ports on the front, and you also have Bluetooth, which I figure this thing probably has, it better have Bluetooth, or it's going to be kind of silly. I would have improved on the Gold X, or the X Gold. I've heard it say the Gold X. That's what I would have improved on. An arcade cabinet is fantastic. The MVS is where, Neo Geo was pretty much born, and I went and played Fatal Fury, Sengoku, Samurai Showdown, Magician Lord, all that great stuff. But if you make a cabinet, it's going to be sitting on. It's not going to be as comfortable sitting in your lap on the couch. You don't look like it has any batteries. that we know of. It could. But then it will look weird plugged up to the TV. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think if they'd took the Gold X and did it more a hybrid system, and you could pull out your pocket and everybody's like, wow, that looks like an AES. Click, and you're playing Neo Geo with beautiful emulation. And you say, hey, you want to play something? Hold on. Click. It turns to an AES. You plug it into the TV, and you jump on, and you're playing. That's what I would like to see. Though I think this is a good thing. I know it's probably not going to be a popular opinion, but that's who I am. I'm going to tell you things that I think could be approved, and I like this idea. But I have the old arcade cabinet, little tiny thing at my parents' house still, of Pac-Man, and you're sitting there, and it had batteries, but you have to get in the right position. So this one's bigger, but you're gonna have to get in the right position. You can't just play it anywhere. That's my thought. What do you think in the comments below? Probably not going to get any popular opinions. Probably people aren't going to like this, but I hope Neo Geo does well with this system. I hope it's great with sales. I hope it does well. Maybe get some more Neo Geo products out. But I think they could have done something different. But we don't know what this really is. This is not confirmed yet. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Everything should have popped up on the screen. Subscribe and share. Also, make sure you go to twitch.tv/PKOGamer. All my videos here go over to Twitch as well. All right, everybody. PKO Gamer out.